Shalom and welcome to Mitzvah Torah. This year is entitled, Do We Really Care What People Think About Us? Of course, I'm discussing the topic of Maris Ayin, doing things where we are concerned what people will say. So the answer is ostensibly, yes, we do care what people think. One might think, listen, I will do what's according to the Torah and the mitzvos. I'm guided by the Shulchan Aruch, and someone looks at me like I'm sinning, and they don't know any better. That's their problem. I'm going to go ahead and I'll take my power of cheese made on a meat burger. I'm going to eat it on the way while I'm traveling, and then McDonald's. People think what they want. That's their problem. So Rosh is a beautiful tshuva. It's in Orach Chaim Dalet Siman Pei Bet, and he says the following. He defines the prohibitions over here. He says, "Mi de'oraita v'yitim nikim b'nei Hashem v'nei Adam." You should be clean in the eyes of God and in the eyes of people. There is a de'oraita aspect, then the Drabanan added on two other factors, two other issues. And what are they? So he said, me de'oraita, I'm doing an action where it looks like I'm doing something that's asur. That is what he calls hashad. I'm doing something. I'm eating a cheeseburger in McDonald's. And it's a kosher cheeseburger that I've brought from my home. But the natural look is I'm doing something asur. That's an issa de'oraita contrary of Moshe of hashad. Then he says there's two drabanan aspects, he calls maris ayin. One, I'm doing an action which it does look mutar. Simple pshat is mutar. People are going to see and say this is fine. The only thing is it can easily one can extrapolate if that action is fine. Oh, I guess this also would be fine. So they're not looking down on you. They're going to learn from you and say, well, this is fine. I guess maybe that's also fine. And it was just too close for comfort. So the rabbi said you shouldn't do certain kind of actions where it will mislead people not to think that that action is a problem because it's fine, but something similar. That's one. And the other one is where you're doing an action where it's not so bolate. It's not so clear that it's asur. It's not like the McDonald's cheeseburger case. It's something which could be looked at in a prohibited way or not. He talks about hiring someone to build a house for me. I tell him, build this house up next year. And he chooses to do it on Shabbos. I didn't tell him to do it on Shabbos. Yeah, but people will see and say, wait, maybe Danny Myers told him on Shabbos, build a house for me now. Which is not always done that way, but it could be done that way. That, they said, is Asakus Maris Ayin. An example of a de'oraita would be a maris of chashad is, let's say, the field. Right? I don't leave the payah anywhere in my field, only in inside so no one could see. And say, where's the payah? So I should leave it on the corner. So that's Rav Moshe's categories. De'oraita from the Torah, you have chashad. I'm doing an action which clearly seems to be asur, but it's not. I cannot do that. I have to keep reputation on eyes of people as well. Then there's two maris ayin drabanans where I do an action which is permissible. People will see it as permissible, but they might jump and say, well, that's mutter. Maybe the next one, a similar action is mutter as well, and it's not. Or I'm doing an action which could be interpreted in a good way and a bad way. And people should be down the kafsachus, but they don't always do that. So therefore the rabbi said, don't do that either. And the example would be like the building the house. Another example would be I'm walking, my clothing get wet, and I put it on the line on Shabbat. I didn't wash on Shabbat. Why should people think that way? Yeah, maybe they'll think I washed it first, and therefore I should not put on line on Shabbat. That's Rav Moshe's overview of Chashad Midoraita and Marat Ayin Midrabanan. Shalom.